Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, 2022 is here, and so are the O2ers. We are back. First episode of the year. You know, I'm joined, as always, with my boy KRC Pinto. Welcome to 2022, Pinto. How are you?
Dude, I'm great. Recently went O2, so the name can stay for this year.
Absolutely.
So that's great. Yeah.
Yeah. That's great to hear. You know, I like it. I even tweeted at you, even though I butchered the tweet. I was like, keep it on brand, man.
Yeah.
Lose those sets. We gotta lose.
When you hear people say, did Pinto go O2 in like 3 out of his 4 games at Frosty Faustings? You can say, yeah, because we're the O2ers, and if he had done better, it would have ruined everything.
Yeah,
so
yeah. If he gets like top 32 or whatever, you're gonna be like, that guy's not going O2. They should change the podcast to the foreign tours.
Exactly. Yeah. See, I almost ruined. I went 1 and 2 in Dragon Ball, but we went 0 and 2 and everything else. So it's maintained. My average is definitely like let's see, if I have 0 and 2, 0 and 2, 0 and 2, and 1 and 2, then I think my average is a 0.25 out of 2, which rounds down to 0 and 2. So
there you go. There we go. Across the board, we're still winning by losing, but we're winning. So you competed in what? Melty, Strive, Dragon Ball, and what else?
Not Strive. I did Melty, Dragon Ball Plus R, and BBCF.
Oh, and no Strive. Okay, I thought you still signed up for that early, but
nah, I didn't.
It was capped.
First
right?
we get capped, yeah, and then they raised it later. But I haven't been playing a lot of Strive, so I was like, which clearly didn't matter because I signed up for Melty, but the signups went up the same week. It was a whole thing. My brain was like, I like this game, I'll play it, and then like 5 days later, I was like, there's other stuff. And I didn't.
I feel very similarly about Melty Blood. I was like, I like this game. And then like 5 days later, I was like, actually, I think I fucking hate this game.
I don't dislike it, but I think it's falling into that category for me where like Skullgirls lives, where it's like, I really like watching this, and I just don't have time or like effort to put the work in for it at all.
Right.
Because like, it's not better. Like when I'm choosing my like 1 hour a day, it's not better than Dragon Ball to me. It's not better than BBCF to me. It's not better than Plus R to me. But I still like it. So it's just going to end up in that little like gray area over where Skullgirls lives. They'll be friends.
Yeah. I don't know how you play Dragon Ball online right now, but I'm coming to you as someone who plays only Street Fighter V right now. And Street Fighter V is also... I mean, like, most of the time it's fine, that game. But, like, the one match that you get that's like that, you're like, I am playing Street Fighter V. I'm the idiot for letting this happen.
It's been so many years that I think that there's a degree of addiction to Dragon Ball. Like, it's just always what I come back to, even if I do something else for a little bit. But I'll give you this. I have to say it out loud or else I won't stick to it. But when the announcement in a couple weeks happens and they, like, drop Lab Coat 21, if there isn't a rollback announcement or an announcement of DBFZ2 or something spiritual like that with rollback, I'm going to let go of the game because I'm really starting to struggle to support a game that does not support me. So if that happens, I'm going to let it go. And I'm going to be like more in tune with BBCF, which I've been having a lot of fun with lately.
We have an exclusive here. Clip it and ship it. I will have this rendered on my computer to post on Twitter when I see you playing Dragon Ball after you say you dropped it or whatever.
Yeah. Of course, offline labbing doesn't count. I'll hop in the trade.
Oh my god! So I have to jump on the game and see if you're in ranked or something, or like, this is ridiculous.
Look,
I care about my friends' well-being, people. Okay, that's really what it is.
Didn't do my best.
I don't even know how. For me, I was just like, I didn't like one of the updates on Dragon Ball, like the initial like season 4 buffs or whatever, and I was like, I think I'm just done with this game. Like, I was just straight up like, I think I'm just done playing. Like, I didn't enjoy season 3 as much. I already had issues with that game, but like, I don't know. I just stopped playing, and I'll pick it up. Like, if some friends are like, let's play. Like, if Floki wants to beat the hell out of me for like an hour, and I don't want to. You hit one combo on Floki, he's like, okay, he's nice with it, and then he does like a 50-50, and he's like, why aren't you blocking? I'm like, you're the worst, dude. You are like literally me and all of the other guys from that I mostly play with, like me, Phil, and Lumi. We just call him Sweaty. That's literally his nickname. Like, what's up, Sweaty? How you doing? Because he just sweats and everything. He's just
Loki. It's like we played Dragon Ball a couple months ago, and he's just like, I'd like tag him with like clip him, like not even a combo, just like a random JM catches him briefly, and then we like split. And he's like, "Yo, I didn't even see that come." And he's saying this while he's like
I know,
TODing me.
I know.
He like he confirmed off my clip somehow, and then like,
I know this feeling. How about this? 2 months ago, we were like, let's pick up MVCI. I really liked playing that game. Floki played that game. He played that game. And it took like the first time we play, like whatever, we're all still learning. It's not a big deal. Like, you know, I like take a game or whatever. And then he just like one day just was like, oh my God, I remember exactly how to play Nova in this game. And then he's just like, bah, 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 bah. You like that? Dante! Keep it in stylish. And I'm just like, I'm like, dude, come on. Like, I hit him once and this is it. And I'm like, what is this? And he's like, oh, bro, he's like, I don't know. I just kind of remembered how to play one day. I'm like, bro, you sweat so hard in every game.
2 weeks after BBCF rollback came out, he's like, I was like, yo, you been playing that? He's like, yeah, dude, I've been learning Kagura. He's a lot of fun.
He's such a liar. He's such a liar.
We should play. Like, I picked it up too because the rollback. So I have total like 3 hours of playtime. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And, bad times.
Yeah, I know. And like that character already, bro, he hits you 3 times and you're like, wow, that was 25%. That was cool. Really had a good time.
Killing me because of the way it accelerates.
Yeah,
I play Coco, so I'd like super jump and like try to put a graviton out, and I'd fall straight into it because I'd like mistime it because of the way like it changes velocity. I was like, dude, this is terrible.
I really haven't been playing BlazBlue, but I played it the first few nights and I was like taking games and rounds off Floki and I'm like, okay. And then he just like went super ham because there was like a TikTok tournament and everything. And he was grinding it and I was like, I want to pick up BlazBlue again, but if I play Floki, I may just spike my arcade stick through the floor. I may just not have a good time.
The only thing that makes it tolerable is just how Floki he is the whole time.
He's so nice. He's like, yo, he's got grabs. He's got nice confirms, man. Nice confirms. And then he's just like
you and make you feel good that he had to use the OS. He's like, dude, you triggered my OS. Like, that's crazy that you knew to do that option. And I'm just like, yeah, it is.
It is, but my health bar is still at 0 and you're sitting at like 80%. Like, why are we having this conversation?
Man. Yeah, man, BDCF rollback's been a good time. I like that game. It's a little chaotic, and like I feel like I did with Plus R, where it's like the floor is really high for getting into it, but
yeah,
it's like such cool characters. I've been loving doing the sauce episodes for that game.
Yeah, I've been seeing that, which has been really cool, is because you were initially like, I don't know if people are gonna want it, and then like you were like, oh well, I kind of enjoy it at the same time. So it's been cool to see that progress. But I really like that game. But like I just didn't have the mental capacity to pick it up, and now like everybody's so ahead. But I've been thinking about picking it up. But I really like that the learning tools in that game are actually very good, which is surprising because it's a fighting game, and fighting game learning tools suck ass. But it's like
a better training mode. But yeah, like the missions in the tutorial.
The missions are good. The tutorials, and they're like, this is how this works. This is how this, like it's going over the buttons. They're like, hey, this is how your overdrive works and all this, and like what your what changes about your character, like. Yeah. And you're like, oh wow, that's great. And like Dragon Ball, they're like, yeah, you spark and you gotta do the thing. I mean, but and then here's your auto combo, and this is your other auto combo, and if you do vanish, you can Dragon Rush after. That's the whole game. Don't worry about it. Figure the rest out.
I don't even think they teach you to Dragon Rush after Vanish, do they?
There's like some combo trials that do Vanish after Dragon Rush, but that's it. I hate learning tools in fighting games. They really suck. And playing any other game is there's better. Most games is better learning tools.
What do you think? I know neither of us have been playing it, but like from an outside perspective, what do you think of the combo share in Strive that they just put in?
I think it's a great thing that I have no idea why it wasn't in there on release.
It's so sick, dude. I don't know. Do you follow Krakatoa?
No, but I see some of his tweets.
Dude, so he's just like a really like lab rat kind of guy, like really technical. He's been making like just a torrent of like Faust trials through that like builder that are like reacting to certain situations and like being optimal on it. And they are like crazy good. If you don't follow or sub Krakatoa on YouTube or Twitter, go do that because this dude's sick, especially if you play Faust and Strive. There's like not a better person to follow or sub. But
yeah, Krakatoa definitely. It's been cool to see. I haven't really taken a look at it, but I've heard some things. But my whole thought process the whole time has been, why isn't this on release? Why did it take them 7 months to put this out? But
it's not been ready. I don't know.
I don't know. I have a lot of that problems with Strive. It's like, why am I still having to make my players go back to lobby after every game in the private lobbies? And this game's been out for 7 months, and this has been an issue since literally day -2. Yeah, I've just been feeling that on like a weird design thing. They're like, but COVID. I'm like, I feel like that's not that hard of a fix to fix like the spectator bug to make the game lobby not like crash. Like, I feel like that's not that hard of a fix.
I don't know back end well enough to comment on that, but you'd think they'd prioritize something like that.
Especially because they're like, tournaments. But it's like, and they've been pretty supportive overall to online tournaments. They had like people in the EMEA regions like have their tournaments count as points for Arc Revo and Arc Revo qualifiers, which is super cool. They did not do that in NA, which is sad, but I got the thing. They were like, you're eligible for the Arc Revo like partner program, and I'm like, that's so cool. And I'm like, my tournament does not service these regions, so I cannot help you. But it's cool to see them do that, but like, I don't know why there's certain things in that game that still not fixed. I don't know. I don't get that yet.
Because they were too busy designing baiken.
Yeah, they're too busy making her render get people's thumbnails taken down.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't really play Strive much anymore, but
baiken was so sick.
Like, her kit's cool, but I can't play her because I'm engaged. And I will get in trouble because it's just too much. It's too much.
That is like, that is one of those things where you're just like, you'd rather have anyone walk into the room seeing you do anything else than just like that.
You can't even explain it. Like, you immediately have to defend it, and it's not something you have to defend.
Yeah, it's just like, they're like, I don't know why she's like that, but the character's fun. They're like, the character's fun.
I blame the Eno fans. Their outrage led to this. If they had just relaxed, it would have been fine.
Yeah, I don't know. And, we'll get Jam at some point. I wonder how that'll go, too. But
Jam's not historically too...
Ryan.
What?
Ryan Pinto Gaming right here. Hold on. Let me address you by your legal gamer name. Did you know that Jam in Guilty Gear Xrd, gigantic disclaimer, I have only seen this in a Jayuna YouTube video. I'm giving you free promo to go look at his YouTube video because I will not put that on any of my channels. But Jam in Guilty Gear Xrd wears a different colored panties for the different days of the week. And the only way you can tell that it is because you have to go into like the model viewer in the game's like trophy room or whatever and upskirt shot her. That is sexualized. That's
something you have to go out of your way to do.
That's like, Coomers.
That's not gonna affect
They're feeding into them. They're feeding into the Coomers, okay?
You know what? I don't mind if they do Easter egg creepy stuff like that because I can still play the game with Carson in the room in that scenario. But when it's full on display, like,
no, that's fair.
Like, just absurd. Like,
that's fair.
Like,
don't ever play Soul Calibur in front of that kid.
No.
That game is way worse, I feel like, because Ivy is just like, as a character, like, I was over a friend's house a few weeks ago and they like casually like to play Soul Calibur, so I'm sitting there watching and his girlfriend's like, why isn't she wearing like any clothes? And like, some girls wear clothes and some don't, and I'm like, you don't even want to know lore, because she like wants to fuck the sword, and the sword is like the devil but also like God in this game, and like she wants to bang the sword and we don't know, and her dad's like a dead pirate. Like, let's just not ask any more questions and just play the game.
No, that's funny. I was watching NLBC BBCF the other night, and Uri was playing, so Lychee was on screen, and Taylor was like, "You don't play this game, right?" And I was like, I don't play this character."
This is why I go behind my weird like character picking like strategy, or I can't pick anything too sexual either way. Like, if it's male or female. Like, I wouldn't wear, like, the loincloth Urian. Not for me. Not for me. It's just not for me. Like Gil, I would wear the robes. I would not be... It's just not for me. Some people are out there. It's not for me.
That's why I'm loving Android 18 lately. Like, she's fast. She's got the good tools, but she's just wearing sensible denim. Like, it's totally fine, and I don't have to explain anything. Kokanoe, a little on the edge sometimes, but mostly fine. Like, we got some midriff going on, but her kit's cool enough that I'm willing to have the argument about it. So Venom's my guy.
Yeah, it's not that like I don't know. It's not like it's like oh like weird like sexualizations or anything. It's just like sometimes you want to just keep the door open and play some fighting games. And some people walk in, they make it a thing, and you're like, I just don't want to deal with that. I just don't. You know, that's just who I am. I just like want someone to walk in. They're like, oh, that's Ryu and Ken. And be like, yep. And they're like, why is Ryu shirtless? And I'm like, I don't. Why do I have to explain that to you? Why don't?
Off his muscles. He worked hard for those.
Yeah. It's like, you know, like when are we gonna get like the female characters in fighting games that are just like super buff chicks? That's what I want. More of that. What's up?
Ladiva, Grand Blue.
Yeah, like just like I want more super buff chicks.
It's like Luisa from Encanto in a fighting game,
right? Like if we had like, you know, like Soares from Grand Blue, it's like if we had like a really buff like older lady or like that was just like suplexing dudes, I'm like I would more likely pick that character.
Maybe a different install.
Different install. Even Soares, he goes down to the Urian, you know, fucking.
Dude, yeah, I you know, I haven't really paid a ton of attention to Grand Blue, but I was watching it at Frosty because it's just like it's a cool game.
Have you seen Avatar Belial?
Yeah,
he's like ada like every 3 seconds, and like you're like why is he saying it like that? It's like you anti-aired me, and why you gotta say it like that, man? Just anti-air my ass. I'd rather you call me like stupid and ugly than be like hitting me with like that felt good or whatever. It's like stop, man, stop. What are we doing? Are we fighting or what are we doing here?
Fighting games making me uncomfortable, but also being addicting. Since
what are we supposed to do, man? What like we are locked in for some reason.
I just want to play my favorite fighting game, but they put Matera in it, so I don't know what to do.
Yeah, but you know, it seemed like from what was your overall take on Frosty? You know, how was everything run? How was everything there? The vibes.
Personally, loved it. First of all, just can't exaggerate enough how unbelievably clutch it was to have the rapid testing right when you walk in.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Fired everybody, dude. That was wild. Also, it took like no time. It was so fast. Like line was schmoving. You're in and out, and like just a layer of comfort there. Right. Really good. A lot less. Like I didn't ever see. Like I saw the occasional person wearing a mask wrong, but pretty much everyone was wearing masks all the time.
That's
like,
good.
It was a lot different than CEO. Not that was CEO's fault. They just happen to be in Central Florida, where that's not really required anywhere.
I've heard.
Home sweet home.
Yeah. As our local Floridian here, you could definitely pay mind to that.
Yeah, can confirm here in Daytona Beach, you will not see a mask if you go out in public. Like you will, but not enough. So,
yeah.
Orlando, pretty much the same. But yeah, Chicago's a little tighter on that stuff, so everyone was really good about that. Yeah, the rapid testing was crazy good. And then the actual event was really solid. Like all the 24-hour rooms were really good, like well set up. It was all these dudes, so many different games. Like you could just always find something to do. The main room was spacious. My pools all went smoothly. Like there were a lot of DQs.
I mean, Frosty, yeah, a lot of people last minute couldn't make it.
Yeah, that wasn't on the event though. I thought it ran pretty smooth. I heard some people say that Dragon Ball the monitors were a little laggy, and like I know like Punk had a big issue where like they didn't like there was no sound at pools, but like
yeah.
I mean, you just have to know to bring your own headset if you
need that. I would like that to change, but at the same time, if you had like 20 setups on like these big long tables and they're all playing at the same time, like I feel like it defeats the purpose at the same time, because like you still can't hear anything. You just hear everything of everyone's game. Like you hear a super dash and it's like, is that my game or is that someone else's next to me? And
yeah, that's just matchup knowledge, knowing to bring headphones to overcome pools.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. But like, did they have like the splitters where you can plug your headset in, or is you just plug it right into your controller? Talking about.
But yeah, specifically, I know Punk plays pad, so you just plug it into your controller. But and I play pad, so that's how I was thinking about it. But yeah, I don't think they had splitters, so you would have had to bring one.
Yeah, I mean, I know some events that were doing that pre-COVID, but I don't know about that anymore, where it's just like they have the little splitter, you just plug your headphones in, and either player can do it, and you get the audio for the game, which is really nice. But I definitely feel like, you know, no audio sucks, but like if you've been to an offline event, you know that. Like, and I do think Dragon Ball is a game, you do need audio cues. Something like Super Dash, you have to hear it, especially if you're up, like, super jumping in the air and someone under you is super dashing at you. Like, you need to know.
Off-screen assist calls, too. It's another one. Like, you get the visual flash, but, like,
you're not looking
sound
for it. Yeah.
Super helpful. Yeah. So, I mean, you know, that was just tournament stuff, though. That's not really anything to do with Frosty. I thought it was really good. I had a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, shout out to Elven Shadow and everybody over there that runs that event. You know, it's super cool. I mean, I'm glad to see some events, and, you know, I feel like, you know, with COVID had a very heightened state and still is very heightened. Right now with the Omicron variant, with, like, I feel like the summer will have a lot of events, and the events will run well because COVID will be very low, which will be very nice. I mean, I would love it to be gone, but at least very low COVID and everything would be nice to go to events for. Just because, like, you know, even when you went to events normally, like everyone knows what Conflu is. Conflu is a thing where, like, you go to anything and, like, someone in your group will end up sick at the end. Like, we went to TwitchCon in 2019, me and a bunch of my friends went home, half my friends got sick. It just happens. You're around a lot of people for a few days, like, more than your body and your immune system is used to. It happens.
We should be getting... when did they say that combo breaker announcement coming? Next week?
That is the 15th, I believe. 13th to the 15th, right before KOF comes out.
Cool. So yeah, it'll be good to get that.
I'm excited. I would like to, hopefully within the time frame, if I can start planning and getting everything together, I would like to go to combo breaker. I mean, you know, money sucks and bills and everything, but I would like to go to combo breaker. I have not gone to any FGC major yet. So I would like to do that.
Yeah, we got to make that happen.
Right. I think that'd be really fun. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. You know, KOF's about to come out in like 2 weeks. Like, I personally am most likely not gonna play it, but I know a lot of people in the scene are excited for it. You know, it seems to be going pretty well with the, you know, the rollback, and they already announced DLC. You know, we got Rock Howard coming, got Geese coming. You know. That's cool. A lot of fan favorites, and, like, even, like, I saw the trailer for the Terry, like, pre-order skin or whatever, the Garu skin.
Yeah,
it looked really good. Like, it did not look cheaply made, and I really appreciate when a company does skins in fighting games, because, like, I normally play Dragon Ball where it's just colors, but, like, now I've been playing Street Fighter, and, like, dude, it's awesome to see different skins. Skins is cool. Skins are really cool.
Good time. It lets you stand out a little more.
Yeah, and it is cool. Like whatever. I don't think anyone's ever had a problem with, like, paying for skins or anything like that in the game, because, like, they are just, like, they're just cosmetics, and some people like them, and, you know, like, it's like, oh, you know, this person, they always play, like, you know, the Chun-Li in the wedding dress but the red color, or, like, you know, they always play the Dante skin on Ken or something like that. Like, I want more games to have that, because, like, obviously not every game can do it. But I like games that offer that kind of thing, you know. I think Project L is going to have a million bajillion 5 skins, because there are already 200 million skins in League. So that's going to be
likely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for KOF. I'm going to give it, like, a fair shake. I don't know if it's really, like, my style, but, like, you know, sometimes it's good to get outside the box. And I feel like they did all the right things. So, like, I want to at least support
it. Yeah, I feel that way, but I just don't know if my wallet can hit it right now. So I might wait for a sale and pick it up and give it a try. But you know, from my experience, KOF, it doesn't really seem like my game. I think it's cool to watch, but it's not really for me as far as, like, playing goes. I think visually the game looks pretty cool, but I didn't really like how the combo system worked personally. And I had some people say, like, oh, just give it more time, you'll like it. And I'm like, I think I'm going to wait and see what's up with this game. I'm still kind of invested in what the future of Guilty Gear Strive is going to be. You know, although I don't play it a lot, I obviously host a tournament every week. So I really, really want to see what's going to be like the Rev version of that game, because there's only one more character coming. So I think I'm just waiting on stuff.
You think they're going to do a Rev, or are they going to just do a Season 2?
I would love to see a Rev and the game be overhauled, because I feel like where they're building the game, I don't think... I don't want the... I really have some serious issues with the game as far as how offense works with the game. I think that defense is literally a joke in that game, personally. And it is just, like... It's a very offensively built game, and the very strong characters just don't have to work very hard on knockdowns, because you just... if you 2K 2D someone in Strive, they have to guess on Wake Up, and that sucks. And like you have to guess. There's no like delayed rise or anything like that. There's YRC when you're blocking, but like if they block your YRC on a stagger, then you get full punished for it. And the game is super offense focused, and the damage is a bit too high. If the game was still very offense focused, but you didn't get like 2 touched by Soul or 2 touched by Ram, like I would enjoy it more. I'm fine with losing neutral interactions and taking damage for it. I don't want to get 2 touched, like especially with how fast the game already is.
Yeah, I could definitely feel that. It's a lot.
Like it's the only modern fighting game right now that we play 3 out of 5 base sets for. The game is played 3 out of 5 the whole way. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, the only other game that does that is what? Marvel? And Marvel's a very broken game.
Does Skullgirls do that? No.
I don't think so.
No, I think they're 2 out of 3. I think I'm bugging. But yeah, man, that's the game's a lot. It's a very specific game for sure. Which I'm interested to see how baiken does in it though. Now that she's in it, I feel like some of that, like just having the counter, might slow down some of the more brain dead offense. You know,
her. I don't know if you've seen like some of the mix up potential she has. It's kind of crazy. If she knocks you down while tethered, like I saw Sonic Fox's stream and they were doing like this like jump back IAD forward to Tommy, and it was literally like landing like pixel by pixel front or back, left right mix. Like you just guess.
Jeez.
It looked like I was like I literally was like, oh, this one lands left and it hits right, and I'm like I don't know like how I would block this personally. Like of course, you know, when I do play the game, I play Leo, I'm just gonna hold down and then hit up and a button, and I'm gonna ignore that. But characters that don't have a reversal, it's like, hi, I've knocked you down, smile, the round's over.
Trade-off for that is if you're tethered.
Yeah, you can also get bullied, but she has there's equal dude, the Happy Chaos one where he's literally just like yeah, it's great. Or the Leo one where he just does slash heavy slash literally from corner to corner.
I like the pot double heavenly.
Double heavenly, I did not see that.
Oh dude, yeah, it's like a baiken like jumps tethered and he does a heavenly and then like 2K something else that pops him up a little bit, and because the tether keeps him close, you heavenly'd again and then did like the 2K and then whatever again, and it kills, and like that's it.
That's sick.
So, I mean 100% tension, but still like pretty funny.
Listen, tension you gain very fast in that game. I've seen 100 tension combos in Strive.
Yeah, this is a like 5-hit combo though, so I feel like you probably don't build much. I think you have to go into it with the 100.
Yeah, no, I've seen. But that's what I'm saying. I've seen people start with 100 tension.
Have it, yeah.
Well, yeah, if you get like waxed in the beginning of a round, but like they can't kill you because of guts or whatever, and then you're tethered and they jump, and that could happen.
Yep. Yeah.
All 3 pot players that watch this podcast, let us know if you think that's a real thing that's gonna happen.
Send us your baiken tether combos and we'll review them and rate them next episode.
Yeah, I'm actually so down with that.
Show me how you ruin baiken players' lives.
I'm actually so down with that. You know, I'm happy with Guilty Gear. I feel like anime is very big in the scene right now. Anime games are huge. You know, we don't know what the next big anime game will be, but I'm sure there's one on the horizon. But we've also heard leaks recently of Mortal Kombat 12, and
I don't want it.
I don't want it either. Not at all. Put it back. Close that up. Give me that in 4 years or 5 years. I do not want it. Hi, Ed Boon. If you see this, I love you so much and everything you've created. Please don't make Mortal Kombat 12.
I'm sure MK12 is gonna be sick, but I want Injustice 3.
I would try an Injustice 3. I don't know if I'd like it, but I'd be down to try it and down to watch it. Or if those Marvel leaks from a year ago at this point were true, I'm interested to see that.
Yeah,
but
I actually just put a poll out on my YouTube channel today asking what people would want out of an MCU fighting game, like if you'd want it to be a 3v3, 2v2, or a 1v1.
The problem with Marvel games is that if you think Marvel video game fighting game, you usually Capcom presents Marvel Comics, you know, that's what you think. It's the first thing I think of. Like I feel like I couldn't take a 1v1 Marvel game as seriously.
Yeah, that's fair. I think it's just so suited to team combat too, because like there's so many damn teams in Marvel Comics.
Yeah, and in Marvel Comics, you got like literally there's like 100 factions.
Yeah, I would want a 3v3 for sure. But I also like, I think I've said this on TikTok or something before, but like I want just a pure Marvel fighting game. Like I don't love Capcom. I don't dislike Capcom, but I'm not Capcom. like when I play Marvel vs. Capcom, I don't even look at the Capcom characters.
I'm so the opposite, which is so weird. I would love a Capcom Hyper Fighter just because like I love. Yeah, both can exist. Like it's like, oh, are you playing MVC? It's like, no, I have Marvel pools at 10, and then I have Capcom at 12.
You know what? That would get me to explore the Capcom characters more, because I just can't, like, when I look at and I see like Magneto, Spider-Man, Wolverine, Captain America, Doctor Strange, I'm like, I don't want to play Ken.
See, that's like, I get that. I can understand that, but at the same time, I'm like, you have like Dante and Virgil, and then you have characters like, you know, all the Street Fighter characters, all the Darkstalkers characters, all the Resident Evil characters, and just there's so many.
My heart is in Marvel. It's in it.
So like, I'm Capcom and you're Marvel, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever picked a single Capcom character in Marvel vs. Capcom.
You never, like, you never picked Dante. Never picked Virgil.
No, they're top tiers, man. I don't play top tiers.
Wesker.
I played Nemesis a little bit. I like Nemesis.
Yeah, there we go. All right, well, Dante's like high tier. He's not really top tier anymore.
Also, I would go Lord Raptor if they ever put him in one, but they didn't. They keep putting Felicia and Morrigan in.
Yeah, well, we got Jeddah and MVCI.
That's true. I don't like Jeddah that much either. Like, Lord Raptor is like not even close favorite.
We haven't gotten what, like we have Dimitri was in Marvel 2, I think. I want to say Dimitri's in Marvel 2, but like,
and Icarus is right.
That I have no idea, to be honest.
The mummy guy.
Yes. Yeah.
And then I think what's the cactus? Mingo.
Mingo?
He's like a conceptual Darkstalker, but wasn't one. Or maybe Ruby Heart was one. One of those was like, because they're MVC2 originals, and they were like supposed to be a Darkstalker, and then they never actually got put into a Darkstalkers game because they stopped making them.
Yeah, so I don't really know much about Darkstalkers. I just know like Morgan, Jeddah, Felicia.
It's a painful path to go down.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I feel. Like, you know, we both know Phil, of course, and if you say bloody roar around him, he cries. So I know how some fans feel. Like, he's just like, I don't understand why they can't make a bloody roar remake and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Phil, it's okay, because we're never getting Marvel 4, and I feel the same way, okay?
You know
I feel the same.
Thorgy's Arcade is?
Do I what?
Do you know who Thorgy's Arcade is?
No.
YouTuber? Okay, he does build the roster videos, which are awesome. You should 100% check him out. A great background noise. He just like takes an idea for a fighting game, and he does like an hour and a half long video where he builds the roster for it. Like he'll like preset the rules and then just like lay out the characters and like kind of give you like a really vague interpretation of how they would play. I love his channel, super good. Check it out if you like fighting games. But he also likes Bloody Roar, and he tweeted the other day like something like at Konami, like, can I buy Bloody Roar? Like, I know I can't buy Konami, but you aren't making this IP. Can I just like purchase this IP from you to get it made? And I thought that was awesome. I was like, what if that happened? Like, just imagine like a fighting game YouTuber bought Bloody Roar's IP from Konami and just revived the franchise. Like, can you imagine?
That'd be crazy. Wild. It will also just be weird to have like a person that like within the scene own anything to do with like back end stuff. I mean, I guess you have like stuff with like a lot of the indie games, but like that would be so interesting to see.
Dude, let me show you 2 acquisitions I got in the last week. One was from Frosty. One I ordered online because I have no self-control. Give me 1 sec. You ready for this?
Okay, here we go.
We're playing real fighting games now. I'm announcing my retirement from BlazBlue, Guilty Gear, and Dragon Ball FighterZ because it's time to focus on Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament.
That's so sick.
And Godzilla Destroy All Monsters.
I knew you tweeted about this. That the Godzilla Destroy All Monsters, but that's
Best Geigen coming your way.
That's too funny, man. That's too funny.
Now, I haven't chosen a main in Yu Yu yet. I have a few floating around. I really like Kurama. I really like Toya, the ice guy. He's sick. You know,
okay. I have a confession to make.
Okay.
I started that show and
Stop it. Quit the confession.
Hold on. Hear me out. I didn't drop it because I didn't like it. I just had way other shit to watch. I think I literally got to where they meet, like, Hiei.
Like when he's bad?
Yeah, when he's evil. And I was like, all right, I know of this character because I met a million people online with the username Hiei with the profile picture, so I know who this character is. But
I'm gonna give you a hot take that's gonna enrage the comment section here. You can very feasibly to chime in on conversations about Yu Yu Hakusho. Okay. You can skip the Spirit Detective arc and just go straight the fuck to Dark Tournament, because Dark Tournament is 1, a sick tournament arc, 2, all anyone talks about, and then the next thing people talk about the most is Sensui, which is after Dark Tournament. So like the Spirit Detective arc's great for getting to know characters and developing, and like Yusuke gets a lot of development, and you like learn about Kuwabara and you meet Kurama and Hiei, and it's great. But if you just want to see the dope fights, skip the Dark Tournament, watch the Dark Tournament. It is a fire arc. You won't know some of what's going on, like, because like Hiei's mentor's there and she's like going through some stuff, but like
you can't just say you're not gonna understand some things.
You won't understand like one plot point, but the essential thing is like they have to win the tournament or they die. There you go. Like and he wants revenge. Like that's it. Like that's the whole turn. It's just
I'm just letting you know. I'm going to post this on TikTok, and I can't wait to see this.
I'm gonna get roasted, but you know what? Just watch Dark Tournament so you can play Dark Tournament with me, and you'll know which characters you want to play, because that rules. Most of them are only in that arc.
I would probably, just off of design and concept of the character, probably play Kuwabara. Loud character, fire sword man.
He's cool. He's a good character.
Yeah,
I'm not personally like the biggest, like I don't love him, but he's first of all, he's definitely a tGrass character.
Nice.
Like
I'm glad that I could sniff that.
Non-offensive basic male character.
Non-offensive basic male character, firepower. All right, we're there.
It's all about like spirit. Like, you know, he's like the heart of the team. He's great.
Oh yeah, that's me. That's me right there. Yeah. That's it.
But yeah, man, this game's so funny because they like did pretty much every character that you see fight in the Dark Tournament is in this game, despite the fact that like some of them straight up don't, like one of them, like his fight's like 3 seconds and he gets murdered immediately, but he's in the game. And then another team's sick. Like, it's like they're supposed to have like 4 or 5 person teams. One team is like, it's an evil doctor and he mind controlled 3 guys. And like, they just like in the game, their names are just like guy 1, guy 2, guy 3, because they're like mind control. Like they have real names, but I think in the game they're just like something 1, 2, and 3, which is just super funny. But they all have like unique movesets. It's crazy how much like
how many characters are in that game. This is an arena fighter, correct?
25, 30. Yeah.
Is it an arena game?
Oh, yeah, it's like Budokai. It fights like Budokai. It's like 2D with sidestep, like kind of like 2.5 or whatever. Like it's not. Okay. It's not like full. Like Tekken style.
Okay.
Like it's just like Budokai but bad. That's kind of what it is.
An idea just popped in my head since you just said that. If there was a game called like Dragon Ball Budokai EX, let's just throw that name out there, right? It plays like Budokai 1, 2, and 3, meaning that it's kind of grounded and like because Budokai for the most part is very like slow and walking forward. It's not like the Tenkaichi games where it's like fly around, throw a million fireballs or whatever. That's when I got like super ham. But like if it was like Budokai but like closer to Tekken and was very like martial arts tournament focused, basically like them doing straight up just martial arts with the Dragon Ball characters, and then like only the supers were the very fantastical things. Like you're not Kamehameha on people, there's no projectiles, like you gotta straight up like duke it out Tekken style, and then you know you hit your super or whatever with some meter. I'm talking about there's special moves in there because like, you know, I'm sure they'd all have some stuff like a Rekka rock paper scissors. Sure, if we do a young Goku, but like
they should just do a Dragon Ball game, like not Z. Like go like
like just like you know, like you have Tien and you have Yamcha, you have Jackie Chun.
Is a super move. Like that'd be sick.
Yeah. Yeah, at that point, it is a super move. But like, you know, he would have like different stuff, and like, you know, Tien was like the volleyball attack, you know, like he popping off about that. And now it's just like, oh, it's a special move.
Tien's got the 4-arm install.
That see, like stuff with like I would be actually super down for that. But also at the same time, Dragon Ball, please sit down for a second. Give another anime IP a real fighting game.
What's your pick for the like the sequel fighterz? Are you Naruto?
Of course. Yeah. Okay. It's blurred out, but you see it right there. I mean, this is Dragon Ball, but that's Naruto right there. I mean, come on.
I'm indifferent. I'd be happy with any of them. But
I would be happy with any of them, but the one I want is Naruto. Like, if One Piece got one, I'd be like, okay, I'll find some characters I like. I know, like, a rough amount about the series that I'll find characters. I'll like it enough, and, like, you know, maybe it'll go through the story of One Piece, and I'll actually, like, you know, get to watch it there. Because my first experience with One Piece was not the show. It was a One Piece GameCube arena fighter that was, like, Power Stone. And I would only play Zoro, Mihawk, and Sanji. Those are the only characters I played. And my brother used to play Usopp, and it pissed me off because he would just go, Shuriken shooting stars, Shuriken shooting stars, and just like launch projectiles across the screen. So I didn't know anything about One Piece again until I turned like 18 years old, and I was like, oh shit, this is a show too? Like,
I want Hunter x Hunter. I want Hunter x Hunter because I think Nin would be cool, and also because I think it cleanly sequels because you can have it be Hunter Fighter with an X instead of a Z, and like that's fun to me. I think that's
good. Hunter X Fighters or something. Yeah, I think that would be Hunter. If they had a fighting game, I probably would play Knuckle.
Oh, Knuckle would be sick. He'd be so good. Like, walking the meter would be so great.
Yeah, it'd be cool if he had some kind of mechanic like that and like the cash out and everything, but also like the one, you know, like when he first meets Gon and Killua and he like kicks Gon in the head, like big like forward kick. Yep. I just want that as like a big stand normal, and I just want to just like full screen just like kick somebody in the head, and that's all I care about. And him screaming all the time.
I want Godspeed Killua so I can still be Super Saiyan.
Right.
I want Shoot.
Oh,
I like Shoot.
What else
like
is
a hand detached, like little puppet character kind of going on? Like,
what's the name? I think it's Muriel. That's a bit. I just call him Big Smoke. The guy dude with the big ass cigar pipe. Yeah, he'd be. We got Gotenks right there.
I don't remember his name, but
I think it's Muriel or Muriel. Something like that. But yeah, all my friends just call him Big Smoke, so that's just who he is. It's like, yo, Big Smoke's fight was sick. But like, it'd be a lot of cool characters in that. Like, I'm sure Meruem would be super dope, you know. I'm sure they'd have a bunch of characters, probably like Cheetu from the show.
Cheetu does his level 3 super makes you play tag, and if you touch him, he loses.
that'd be wild, but that'd be cool. There's a lot of fighting games, I feel like we can go through a bunch of animes that we both watch and be like, hey, who would you pick for this game? Who would you pick for that game?
All work. I think most likely for next one, though, is like, I think there's a really decent chance they do like My Hero.
I think My Hero is I think it's My Hero or JoJo are the two big ones.
I don't know if JoJo has the pull that like it does, but like
JoJo's on Netflix now. Like, they got an exclusive release deal for part 6 on Netflix. Yeah. Like, that's a big show.
It hit pretty hard. Yeah, I just don't think of it that way, but I guess it is.
I'm just not a big JoJo person myself, and I just don't.
I'm in Stardust right now. I'm going through it.
You're going through Stardust Crusaders right now?
Yeah, well, I've watched the first 2
Here we go. Hot take, TikTok. Here we go, baby. Stardust Crusaders is so ass. It's so trash.
Oh, I like it.
Garbage.
It's just ridiculous.
How far into it are you?
Oh, not very.
Are you the first season or the second season? How about that?
First. They haven't gotten to Dio yet.
Yeah,
they're on their way to Dio right now.
Oh, yeah. They're going to be going for a while. It's going to be a long time.
Yeah, they're in... Where are they? They just beat... Which one was the last one? Damn, I can't remember.
Did you see the
one where the little thing goes in your ear and it like controls your brain?
Okay.
Like,
you saw the cherry guy? Yeah.
Cherry guy?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well, there's like one. You never seen like the Kakyoin like cherry meme where he's like like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's in Stardust Crusaders, so you'll see that very soon, most likely, because it's
maybe I have seen that one. Is he getting mind controlled in that?
No, he can like turn into other people. He can like,
yeah, and I have seen that one.
Okay, he's like, oh, Jotaro, your ice cream. He's like, oh, I love the cherry. It's my favorite. And he's like, and then he drops it, and it's like a whole big thing.
Yeah, I have seen that one. It's very absurd, but like I went into it knowing that it's really absurd, so I don't I'm not.
All right, can I throw out one of the episodes that really has nothing to do with the plot, but I think the villain is the stupidest shit?
Sure.
Because it's one of the one-off episodes, because that's how a lot of them are. If there's some episodes they build plot, there's some they're not. There's one stand that is a fucking sword. It's just a sword, and when you pick it up, it takes control of you, and it's Anubis, like the god. But like it is like I feel like the concept is just like so weird, but at the same time, like they used Anubis as a sword stand in a one-off episode in a whole show in the season that takes place in fucking Egypt. It's just like, what are we doing here, man?
Yeah, I didn't see that one yet. There's I think my favorite though is not my favorite, but like one of my favorite endings was the sun one, where like they just like are going crazy the whole episode, and then they like notice a mirror and like flick a rock, and the guy dies, and then Joseph's like, are we done? Like, we don't even know anything about this guy. Like, what's his name? What's his
dude?
Name? And they're just like, yep, we're done. Moving on. And
that is one of the episodes that broke me mentally. That this whole episode, they're like sitting in a cave, and Jotaro's like, we got to figure this out. We don't know who the stand user is. Where is he? And everything. Like, oh my god, oh my god. And then at the end of the episode, they're like, bro, you didn't figure it out yet? And he's like, what are you guys talking about? They're like, it's a mirror, you idiot. Why have you been sitting here all day? We've been waiting on you. And it's like, what? That's like that is how that episode goes. And I'm like, what? The rest of them are like, oh yeah, it's just a mirror. Let's just go on to the next one. They like make fun of the audience in that episode. And I'm like, awesome. I'm just not here for it. I was just like,
I love that. I'm the exact opposite. I thought that was brilliant.
I was already like, I'm not really liking it. And then that happened, and I'm like, man, fuck this show. I'm over this shit. Like, I'm so over this.
Super funny, man.
I think JoJo as a fighting game would be cool, but I don't think it would be anything like Heritage of the Future, which is just a ball of pain as a game as far as balance goes, but super cool to watch. You ever seen Whole Horse in that game? Whole Horse is sick.
I've never watched a second of that game.
Okay, well, there is a character. There's depending on what tournament you go to, there are two characters that are banned. There's one that's always banned, and that is Pet Shop, which is a bird, and he can't be hit by lows, and he flies and has an 8-way dash. In a 2D game.
Casual.
Yeah, and he has like crazy infinites and everything. And then the other character is Kakyoin, and he's really broken too. But there's a lot of cool characters in that game that are also just good. Like Shadow Dio's cool. Whole Horse is cool. There's a lot of cool ones. I don't know if it's Vanilla Ice in that game. I don't even know. But there's a lot, dude. The stand names. Are you watching it? What are you watching it on?
Netflix.
Okay, are you? There's a lot of stand names that are censored, that aren't the original things. A lot of the stands are based off of like bands. Yeah. So like a lot of them is just like I think. So there's a character that
right now they're all named after cards.
Like, yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's one part. But like all the later stands get named after like, bands for the most part. Like in the later parts of the show and everything. Like, and there's one character whose name is Vanilla Ice, but they changed it to like censored so they don't get copyrighted to like Cool Ice. Or like there's like Steely Dan. Steely Dan becomes Dan of Steel. Dan of Steel.
Yeah, I just got that one.
That's Steely Dan.
Oh, that's funny.
That's a sick episode. The Steely Dan episode because
that's what I was talking about with the thing that goes.
Yeah, I forgot what his stand is. I just love the end of that episode. Where it, like if you
where Jotaro's like,
are you watching it in English or Japanese?
I'm watching it in English.
Okay, when in English at the end when Matt Mercer's like, here's your receipt, keep the frickin' change. I was like, that is the stupidest but best thing ever in that whole show.
Dude, I'm loving every time Joseph like any minor inconvenience. He's like, oh no.
And he's like, holy shit. It's like, bro.
Oh my god. Dude, so like I had seen the oh my god clip on Damascus stream like 1,000 times.
And now you see where it's...
I was like, oh, this is gonna come up at some point. And then every episode I'm like, it could be now. Like
it's literally there's like one episode that is like very Joseph focused that he just it's like a catchphrase. Everything he says in that episode is a catchphrase.
The thing on his arm, like the stand that like
no,
gets in his
there's
body.
Another one.
Oh, okay.
There's another one that's that's way worse, and you'll know what episode it is. It's him and Abdal. Actually, I don't know if that already happened. And maybe we're getting
dead
confused.
Currently. I don't know if he's gonna come back, but he's currently dead.
All right. Well, yeah, he's dead or whatever. Sure. But there is an episode. It's him, Jotaro, and I think Abdal, or it might be Polnareff. You'll know. You'll just know the episode. You'll let me know. But I don't know how we went on a JoJo tangent, especially because I really am not a big JoJo fan. But I think there's just something so ridiculous about Stardust Crusaders that it's like amazing at some points, and I hate it so much at other points that I hate it. I overall hate it, but there are good points to it.
I don't like it better than part 2 yet. Just because I really like Joseph as a character, I feel like Jotaro doesn't really do anything. Like he's just cool, but he doesn't like.
Well, he's the punchy guy. He's literally the punchy guy. They're like, oh, all these other characters.
Yeah, grown. Like he started really like stoic and badass, and he has remained stoic.
Bro,
and
how
badass.
Is he 17? He's like 6'10" and like bench presses the moon when he's like, yeah, I'm 17
Jonathan
years old.
Like that too. He's like playing high school rugby and he's like a tank.
It's just so weird, man. It's just ridiculous. We got started on this wild tangent, but as far as anime games go, I think JoJo or My Hero are next. So let's flip the coin real quick. My Hero, what kind of game you looking for?
I think that one I'd be cool with like a 2v2, like an MVCI kind of game. I think that would work, but it's another one where like they're defined by like working together. So like you couldn't do a 1v1.
Squads is like a main part of the show. They're like everyone's in teams. Teams are a thing, and teams are important.
Like a 3v3 would be really cool. I think it's more likely to be a 2v2 because it's grounded.
More grounded.
They don't fly. So like there's like less. Like I feel like you need like a lot of aerial crap to be a 3v3. For the most part.
Marvel gets away with it because of like the whole like launcher super jump thing.
Well, and like it's video game characters and like most of those superheroes fly. Like I guess you could do that.
There's a good half I would say in Marvel that fly, or not half, but there's a good amount of characters that fly.
Yeah, so I guess it could be 3. 3 would be good too. Either way, that would be sick.
Tag fighter. All right, give me a few characters you're interested in for it. I've only watched the anime. If you're in the comments, don't spoil. Don't spoil.
I'm thinking. I think Compress would be interesting. Like maybe like some trap kind of stuff. Like that would be neat. I think that Todoroki's obviously everyone's pick. Like
a lot of people like him.
I could see Uraraka being interesting with the gravity touch, like that being like a really good like assist. Like if you just come in and like she like taps them and they float for a second and you get to confirm off of it. Like I could see that being really cool. Who else do I really like? I'm trying to think. I haven't watched that show in a while.
You gotta pick Snipe. He's just a guy with a fucking gun. That's his whole character. He's like, I'm the gunman guy.
That's pretty good. I'm trying to think. Gang Orca out of respect. Just because he's Gang Orca, like
just gang, dude. It's just like he's so interesting as a character. Also, what's the name of the other dude? The guy who's like in charge of the Navy. I don't remember his name, but I think
the walrus guy.
Yeah, who thinks he's cute or whatever. Like that would be such a weird character.
That one would be super odd.
I think
I'd be really interested to see how Momo plays in a game, just because like the nature of her quirk is so. Particular.
I don't know how that would work.
Is she a Faust? She's an item tosser. Like,
yeah, that's not a bad like example to put up for it. I think a character I'd be really interested in, and they really haven't shown him a lot, is Ectoplasm, the really cool like teacher with the big trench coat who can make clones of himself.
That one would be cool.
That'd be pretty dope. I don't know what they could do with that, but like I feel like we've seen enough clone stuff in fighting games that like we could get an idea for this.
I'm like trying to just like skim through 1A in my head right now and figure out like.
You got Bakugo, Todoroki, you got Kaminari, the electric dude, you got Mineta. What else you got? You got Ashido, the pink girl.
Yeah.
You got the naval laser dude, you got Ida, you got
the ears and eyes guy.
Yeah, who's really cool design, but like then you're like he's the ears and eyes guy, so it makes you a little upset at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know. My hero, the main's not as clear cut as it is for me with Naruto. Because Naruto, I'm playing Shikamaru and I'm playing Shino for sure. Like those are my day ones.
All right, well you gotta have 3 people, right? Like you gotta have. 3 people in Naruto.
Yeah, third.
I mean, it's technically 4, but it's usually like 3 students and a teacher. So let's put it to 3.
I'm flexible on third, but I'm not flexible on Shika and Shino for day 1.
Those are just such Pinto characters. What about
probably the puppet guy?
Sasori. I was about to say Sasori or Kankuro, one of the puppet guys.
Kankuro's the one I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that'd probably be the 3 off rip, and that sounds like a terrible team because they'll all be like certain levels of complicated.
Yeah. That sounds very much up your alley. If not,
Shika's the Super Broly that like no matter what I'll play him probably.
Yeah,
but yeah, I love Shikamaru. He's awesome.
See, I'm so straightforward with my characters. Like I would obviously play Minato. Like that is the day 1, no matter what. Could be bottom 5. I've done it before. Play a bottom 5 character for 3 years. I've done it before. I would play him. I think I have a very high pick for Might Guy. I would think Might Guy would be really, really cool, but also probably play very similarly. But I think you'd be really cool with like the gates mechanic and everything.
Drunk Rock Lee.
Drunk Rock Lee's great, but then there's like so many like good picks you can have in your 3rd slot. Like, do you go like you got Kakashi, you got Sasuke? Like any of the versions of Sasuke are really cool. Even like character like Sakura would be so sick. Like adult Sakura is such a sick character to think about.
I think actually like if I'm thinking of who would be like so Kankuro would obviously be a puppet character, but like I feel like he's the Carl, and like Kubo would be the Relius. Like you just send the dog at people.
The dog,
is that name Kubo?
What's his name?
Kiba. I knew it was like KB with 2 vowels. I was
see. There's so many cool characters too, because like you got like Neji. Like Neji would be so different and cool too, with like the whole like he'd be very like short range focused, but like how would the palms work and everything, and like the spin. There's just so many different characters in Naruto, and they hit so many different different avenues. Maybe you would like Tamari, maybe too. Tamari, the fans.
Yeah, that could be cool.
See, that's like up your alley too.
Yeah.
But then there's like a problem with like there's like somewhat main characters that like really couldn't fight. Like you could not have like of all the Naruto games, there's always like adult versions of the characters, kid versions of the characters. I'm hoping for this game it would just be like Shippuden and Boruto, because that's the only versions of the show that I feel like, even no offense, matter at this point because of how far along we are.
Yeah.
Like you can't have like who, you know, oh, I'm playing as Ino. It's like,
but how will I play as Curse Mark Sasuke?
He uses as an adult.
His best design.
He uses
wings.
He uses it as an adult.
Oh,
with his hand wings.
So ugly.
Big ass hand wings. It's kind of cool to think about, but also really gross.
It's so gross.
I don't know why they do that with like his hair too. Why does his hair do that? I think there'd be a lot of cool characters in that game. Naruto's the one for me that I feel like I would know a lot of things from it, but I would have no problem picking One Piece characters either too. I'd probably play Mihawk, big sword.
I know One Piece well enough, but definitely I think Sanji probably. I feel like Nico would be up my alley, depending on how she does the limb growth thing on other people.
I'd probably play Doflamingo based off of just design, which is the pink dude with the sunglasses.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. Oh, who's the
Crocodile could be like a trap kind of character with some sand stuff.
Yeah. Who's the name of the shark dude? What's his name?
On like the original shark dude, the one that was like Nami's guy.
Yeah.
Arlong
would be cool. Even Buggy would probably be. Buggy seemed like he'd be up your alley.
Yeah, I forgot about Buggy. Yeah,
Buggy the clown, man. Buggy the clown would be a really cool character. Like imagine having like a super where it's just like a giant cinematic of him like calling back to the ship to shoot buggy balls at you like a barrage. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
They gotta get me on some kind of like
his leg for Oki, and then
yeah, or like he'll put his hand up and drop it down on you as like a meaty. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I feel like, oh man, so many anime games have so many cool things. I feel like we wanted to get so many things done in this episode, but we actually just got like speculated on games that'll never come out. Fighting games that will never come out. Shout out to my boy Phil, of course, for having that series. I just man, there's just so many damn fighting games I would want. Like I'm looking at my pops right now. Like Full Metal Alchemist would have some cool characters, but not enough for a fighting game. Star Wars, how the fuck do we not have a good fighting game for that yet?
I'm sorry, Star Wars Episode 3, the game exists.
I know they have that, but like I'm talking about like a game that is designed to be a fighting game. There's like that fan made one. Game. No, there's a story mode to that though. That's I've only thing I've played is in the story mode.
Oh, episode 3 is a straight up fighting game. You pick your character, someone else picks their character, and you fight. Like that's it.
I'm gonna have to get like PSX or I'm going to legally buy a copy of that game and play it.
Yeah, of course, out of respect. Yeah.
Allegedly, there may be a version to play online. Allegedly, so they say, but we can figure that out. But there's so many. Grievous? Yeah, you would play Grievous. I'd probably just play Obi-Wan and Anakin, to be honest.
Grievous sucks because he doesn't have any force powers, so he gets rocked by the rest of the cast. They're all Jedis. You can like push and stuff with everyone else.
If there was like a Star Wars fight, all right, we got one more before we go. If you had to pick top three characters to get in the game that you would want.
Oh, Maul for sure.
Okay, that's good.
Are we going like
you can go out there.
Fighter?
You can go out there. I feel like you could have characters that are non-lightsaber focused in that game. I feel like you could have Han Solo in that game.
Okay. Then definitely Maul. I love my bounty hunters, but I'm a little annoyed with the Fets at the moment. I want Din. Din Djarin's sick. I think he'd be great.
I gotta watch all those shows. I haven't watched Mandalorian or Book of Boba Fett, to be honest.
You watch any Mandalorian?
No, because all it looks like is that they just talk for 40 minutes every episode. So
they do. I love it.
Yeah, I can't. I'm gonna give it a try.
Din Djarin's the best character in Star Wars since Disney took over. It's not even close.
Even close. You could say that, but we got Kenobi in a few months, so.
Yeah, but he's not new. Like I'm saying.
I guess you're saying new characters. Yeah, sure. I mean,
okay. I'll give it to you.
Whoa, we're comparing against those movies.
Best character. Period. But so okay, I'm gonna say Din Djarin. I'm gonna say Maul. I think those two are both easies. And then I almost want to say.
It sucks because you don't want to pick any of the mainstream people, but the mainstream people, some of them would be really sick.
I don't see how like a lot of Force users would fight differently necessarily.
Well, you have characters like Ahsoka that fight with different styles of lightsabers, and then like fighting styles would be different. I feel like.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I probably just got to go Vader just because I love Darth Vader.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
But that's obvious. He's gonna be in it. That doesn't make any. Let me axe that.
I feel the same way because my first pick, like I know for a fact that if they had a non-Vader Anakin Skywalker, that would be my main, because like super aggressive, like rush down angry man with lightsaber. Yeah, I would totally be playing Anakin.
Okay, here's what I want. Okay, so, this is a layered pick. I want them to put the Bad Batch in the game as like a Ginyu style fighter, where like you can like summon, right? But I don't want the Bad Batch. I want a skin for the Bad Batch. That is the group from Republic Commando.
Dude, Republic Commando. That's why you're my dog. That game is so sick.
But they won't put Delta Squad in the game, but they will put the Bad Batch in the game. So give Bad Batch a Delta Squad skin, and that would be my third.
Delta Squad skin would be pretty sick, I won't lie. Delta Squad. Oh, man. Why did they never make a sequel to that game? It would have been so good.
It lines up. There's a tech guy, a demolitions guy, and a sniper, and a leader. And both of those things have all of that. So, like, your hunter, you call whatever the sniper guy is, like, to shoot a shot. You call Wrecker to do a lariat. You call tech to, like, place a timed grenade for some set play. And then you switch to Delta Squad, and it's just their counterparts. And they do the same stuff.
I feel like you're getting a little bit better when it comes to the Star Wars one. Me, I'm just like, I want people with lightsabers and probably Han Solo.
Yeah, I mean, I want all those things too, but like, it's a given. They're gonna have like Anakin, Luke, Rey, all those people. Also, I mean, I'd also like Kylo Ren in there, obviously, but he'd probably even most likely be in there. But there's like, like my weird one-off pick is like, I like Ki-Adi-Mundi for some reason. That's my dog. Kit Fisto's my like left field Jedi who doesn't really do anything.
That's for me. That's Ki-Adi-Mundi. I'm like, Banana Man. Banana Man is out here. He's just
Stacey
like,
10.
Yeah,
but he's in a fighter the whole time.
I mean, I think it would be cool to put people from the video games in too, like Cal Kestis would be in, or
Mark Hiller.
What's his name? Galen Merrick, that's his real name. Galen Merrick would be cool. But like, there's so many characters that if they include the extended universe, like the other cool sets, like you got Revan, you got Darth Bane, you got people like that.
Yeah.
Darth Plagueis the Wise,
would be a good one.
It would be cool. I would really like that. Also, like you say a lot of things about lightsabers. Like Sidious doesn't really use one.
He has one though. He has two, technically.
Yeah, but like he doesn't really use one. Like all of like a lot of the versions in games, like he's just like, I'm the lightning guy.
Yeah, man, the best fight in the series is Sidious versus Yoda in the Senate.
Oh yeah, definitely the best.
Sidious definitely needs a special where he just throws Senate things at
Senate, like the Senate cars or whatever,
or like a super or something. I am the Senate, and he just starts chucking them.
It's treason, then. Just throwing it out there. Man, I just want more shit to come out in broader things. I'm okay with the mainstay series. I think that's the big takeaway from today's episode is I like a lot of the mainstay series in the scene, but man, I do want to see new stuff come through, and that's why we want to see these anime games come with new IPs coming into the scene, and like why something like Skullgirls was been so successful because it was different, it was out there. Like I want these seasoned games to come back, but I would love a new game like how we saw with Dragon Ball come up and become a mainstream game in this scene. I would love that. Like we know we're gonna get a Street Fighter 6. We know we're getting a Tekken 8. Well, those things are happening. You know, we don't know if we're gonna get Naruto Shinobis with Z or whatever. Like we don't know if we're ever gonna get those types of things. But like I would love to see those things happen, and unfortunately we can't ever have indie games like that because those IPs are so giant, and there are enough fans I feel like to buy those games. Like I feel like if they release a Star Wars fighting game, it's gonna casually sell so well, but or even a Marvel one because people love those things. But I feel like it's time for new stuff to come into the scene personally. I'm excited for that, but one trailer can blow the whole roof off everything, like we did with Dragon Ball. Like Dragon Ball is
Big All Stars Brawl. Yeah,
that is a good game.
Shredder.
I will not hear any slander. That is a good game.
Shredder.
Did he get a trailer?
Yeah,
I didn't even see it then.
Or he got announced. I don't know if he got a trailer, but he got announced.
I mean, he got data mined already too, but
he got official announced yesterday.
Oh, okay. Well, Shredder, sick. That game has been through hell. And that game should have been 2 more months in the cooker.
Yeah.
And that was not their fault that it's out. And we blame. See, this is why we need like big IPs to just give the recognition to these to these dev groups and just be like, just do whatever you guys need and just don't listen to us.
What I would do if I owned an IP.
Yeah, like you'd be like, these guys need to be on a schedule. Like, obviously you need approval, but like the problem with these IPs is that they're like, we want this deadline now. We need it by now and now and now and this date. And they're like, we're not ready for that. And they're like, too bad, it has to come out. And you're like, this is gonna commercially fail. And you're like, we don't care. We're the IP. Then the dev is like, well, now we released a shit game, so now we're fucked. Like Slap City's a great game, so I'm gonna give Lulasity all the chances they need, and so I will give them another chance at that game, but that's neither here nor there. But what I will say is that 2022 is here, but the O Tours are back. New things are coming. We're gonna try and release more episodes. I know it took us 2 months to release an episode, even though at the end of the year we're like, we'll be back soon, guys. We're here. We're alive. We got shit going on. Life happens, holidays and such, in the beginning of the year and COVID and blah 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 blah. We can keep going on that. As always, thank you so much. If you made it this far, leave a comment down below.
Took us 2 months. It also means that we're 0-2 on podcasts in the new year.
We're so on brand, it's not even funny. I didn't even think of that. He's a genius. Hire this man. I love to see it. We will be back for the 0-2ers again. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you in the next episode. Have a great day. Pinto, sign us out. Tell everyone where to go, what to be. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying anymore.
Watch Stardust Crusaders and send all your favorite scenes to tGrass on Twitter in his DMs. He loves that sort of thing. Like and sub the channel, and we'll see y'all next time.
Bye.